What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, why in the hell is he not texting me back? Why, when I text him, he is not sending me a message ASAP? Now you shouldn't expect that, but I know where you're coming from, right? Like, why am I texting him and he's not texting back, or he's waiting to the next day to respond, or I have to send several texts to get him to respond, and or he just don't reply at all? What is the effing problem? What is going on here? Okay, I want to explain the process of texting in my eyes on how it should be used. And by doing that, I kind of want to expose 3 things I believe that make men reply, okay? And the number one thing is, well, I'm going to say there's 3 or 4 things. The number one thing, I wouldn't say this is really a thing, but it's the idea of texting. I say it in my videos before, but texting is one of those things, I truly believe this, that just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. Texting should be used for only 3 things. Making a date, confirming a date, and small amounts of flirting in between to fill that, those little pulls in the gaps between when making the date and going on the date. So if you text him Monday and you say I want to do something Friday, send him something a couple days that week between to kind of say, okay, I'm still interested in you, I still am thinking about you, blah 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 blah, and so on. Okay, and when you do that, you're not coming off needy, you're not coming off clingy, you're showing him you still have interest, and then you're also confirming the date at the end. Don't forget that, okay? I think that's the main reason for texting, in my opinion. It's for quick replies, right? Not having a long conversation like everyone does all day, every day. That is not what texting is for. That's what this is for, but it's more convenient when you're doing it like this. It's not about convenience. See, convenience is what makes things ordinary. It's what makes things boring. It's what makes things routine. You don't want that, okay? So with that, having that mindset, okay, putting that aside, here's the 3 things I really, really think you should listen to. The first thing, I call this pre-texting. It's a little thing I'm a big believer in this, and it's, you can't expect to watch a video like this or read books on texting or books on men or women or whatever you're into, follow the rules of it, and then expect an outcome, okay? Especially with texting. You can't say, oh, I'm going to watch this video, listen to what Elliot says, and then text it, and then he's going to reply to me. No, that's not how it works. And the reason is, you have to build a strong foundation before the texting. I call it pre-texting, pre-dating, okay? You have to, it's like when you first meet the guy, you have to build high social proof, high value, scarcity, elusiveness. You have to come off as a catch. You have to build value. He has to see you as something valuable to chase, to go after, okay? So if you just got the guy's number, that doesn't mean shit, okay? That does not mean shit. He's not going to text you if he does not see you worthy of. Let me tell you something. If you're trying to get him to like you through a text and he doesn't like you to begin with, it's going to be very hard to get the reply in text, because texting is a lot harder to win someone over than it is in person, when they can actually see your verbal, or I wish you could see verbals, right? But they can see your body language, they can hear your verbal tonality, they can see your interest, and the atmosphere plays a role in things like that. So it's very, very, very important to have the pre-texting down. Find ways to build value. And if you don't know how, you could check out my free 254-page ebook below on men, their mindsets, how to attract them, and so on. Again, 100% free, 254 pages, all below on how to do that. I break it down, okay? And if you don't even want to read the whole thing, I think of the texting or pre-dating part of it is in the first 50, 60 pages, so don't even worry about it, okay? Now, the second thing I would say is sticking out. These all sound very cliche, like obvious, but let me tell you, every woman who texts me says the same 3 things. I'm bored, what's up, hey, smiley face. That's it. I'm not your babysitter. Don't tell me you're bored. My job's not to entertain you, okay? It also lowers your value, because it's like, there's a saying, if you're bored, you're a boring person, okay? And I truly do believe that. If you're texting me that you're bored, it's like, you know, okay, good. You're pretty boring yourself probably. So don't text me you're bored. If you're texting, hey, smiley face, that to me, now guys probably don't see it like this, but this is how it always ends up, okay? And they learn 4 or 5 texts down the road. You know, in a couple minutes they learn this. But when you open up with the hey, smiley face, that's kind of start a conversation. A lot of guys, you know, they say they don't mind starting the conversation, or maybe the guys are the ones texting you and replying to you, and they're the ones leaving the long, you know, email, or not emails, the text. But that does lower attraction over time. It gets routine, it gets boring, it gets bland, just like blah. Okay, like, you know, at first you're you know, the guy's looking at the phone hoping you text back, but over time, you women probably experienced it. You know, he's texting less and less. There's more gaps between his texts. He's just kind of like, or it gets smaller. It's because he's losing interest. There is nothing attractive about texting. It's just boring. And the way to stick out, in my opinion, like I said, you have to have little flirting intervals in between. I'm a big believer on asking his opinion for something with a picture. I think I said it in a video before, but for example, if you are trying on clothes, send a picture of one outfit and then send a picture of other outfit and ask them which color looks better on you, what outfit looks better on you, or click, you know, picture, should I wear this out tonight? Something like that, where it's sexy, it's cute. You're asking for his opinion, which he will love because it builds, or it makes him feel like the satisfier, the provider. You know, oh my gosh, he's coming to me for my opinion. That stuff will make you stick out. It's not even so much that, it's the fact that it's a picture, you know. It just gets the guy, because it's so different, because everyone sends the same text, so you have to find a way to stick out. And I'm a big believer on the pictures. Now, I'm not saying nudes, just cute pictures. Now, just don't send random pictures of your face all the time. Guys don't want to see your face every damn day. That's what they got Facebook and Instagram for, okay? But cute things, okay? And the last thing I would say is to have a game plan. Again, a lot of people just text the text. I'm a big believer on quality versus quantity. When you send a text, you should have a game plan. There should be a reason you send that text, not the quantity and sending these long texts or texting back and forth for 5, 10, 15, you know, minutes to 15 hours a day. Not about that. Don't do that. There's no game plan. He's going to lose attraction so fast, it's not even funny. You have to have a game plan. In my opinion, it should be something like, I'm trying to get a date out. You want to see him in person. That's actually the main goal of all interactions, okay? You have, or texting, oh, sorry. Have a drink here, hold on. Time out. Time the fuck out. But you have to, okay, time in now, sorry. You have to find a game plan, and I believe that with texting, the main goal of texting is to fill the gap between making the date or the previous date, or previous date to the next one, okay? And your goal should be to make the next date, because you obviously don't want to ask them after the first date. That's weird. It's like, hey, that was fun, let's do it again. Oh, you can say that, but don't say, hey, you want to go on a second date the next day. That's awkward. You have to tell him, you have to fill the gap, and you have to have a game plan, and you have to do it methodically. Again, it should be quality text. On all these texts should be on 2 things: building attraction and building towards the next date. Nothing more, nothing less. With that being said, there you guys go. There's 3 tips, damn it. 3 tips on how to get him to get the guaranteed text reply. And I think the most important one out of all of these are the pre-dating and pre-texting. You have to build that value to begin with. The reason he's not texting you back is because he doesn't care. He doesn't see any value in you. Believe me, I'm a guy, and I don't text back for that exact reason. So with that being said, I love you ladies. Take care. Peace.